This is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. I knew this dream wasn't coming true. And you just sit there and you pray to God and you're like, how are you going to provide this? I served in the Gulf War in Iraq. I was combat all the time I was in. I was always overseas, always fighting. I was in an explosion in Iraq. It broke my back, shattered my hip, got a lot of injuries. So it's a heavy burden to take with you, but I do it again. When you train with somebody back in garrison, you talk about home and the dreams that we're going to have. And then we go to war and they get killed. I lost a lot of friends in the war. We have to go on and fight to achieve our dreams for them. It's a constant battle. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the crying on the anniversary. But I found peace in farming and gardening. There's so much enjoyment in food, not just nourishment, but there's enjoyment, there's happiness. I've been all over the country looking for a good place to homestead. So I wanted to follow in my dad's footsteps, who was also a veteran and had a little homestead himself in Texas. I got the land using my VA home loan. I love my country, I love giving, and I love serving. And being a servant of the Lord and being a servant to the community. Children don't know poverty, they don't know why they're going hungry. I know what that feels like. I grew up in the projects in Boston. I don't want that happening in my community. And so I made this place called Jesus Christ Blessings. This is my new mission. When I first came to look at this property, it was probably left alone for over a year. The grasses were anywhere from knee to waist high. With a chainsaw in my hand and a handsaw in the other, I started hacking away at it. And in 2 years, I did one little corner. There's a sense of pride to it. But in reality, I'm a 100% disabled veteran with a broken back and a total hip replacement and traumatic brain injury. Every hour, I gotta take a break. And I knew this dream wasn't coming true because I lost faith in that. I knew in my heart, I'm never gonna be able to get this done. I'm gonna give it my best on what I can do, but I'm losing the back to the wilderness. But I was determined. I wanted to grow, I wanted to give back to my community. And you just sit there and you pray to God and you're like, how are you going to provide this? The reality of it is, I can't achieve it. Something had to give, and I had to figure out a way to do it. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw an advertisement for Crosscut, and I said, look at this machine that they've got going around, and I don't know anything about it. So I reached out and I said, hey, could you come out and look at my land? Straight up, I can't afford anything right now, but will you come out and tell me what I'm looking at? Jordan did a walk around with me, and I kind of told him my dream and showed him what I was looking at. I know the expertise of Crosscut. I looked you guys up, I did a background check on you guys. You have education in forestry. You know the difference between what trees should stay, what should come down. The work you do improves the environment. And so it's a class act company. It's top notch and probably one of the most professional ones that I saw out there. It's why I picked you to come out here. I know you guys are going to be around for several years. It's going to take me that to get the money up. But how much do I need? What's it look like? Jordan called me up and said, we're going to come out here and do that. I was like, well, wait, we haven't even talked about the money yet, and how much you're going to charge me. He goes, no, it's absolutely free to you. I just started crying. I started crying. I was just like, are you kidding me? How can you even do that? How can you do that? Fuel prices are the highest they've ever been. And for a company like Crosscut to come forward and just donate your time and your service, Words don't explain. Words don't explain what that does. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me in my life. It changes my life. You guys are doing this in 2 days, which would take me several years. And you guys are doing so much work in so little time. That tiger cat is ripping through stuff like nobody's business. And I'm seeing my dream become a reality. And not in 30 years, but in a few hours. Now I see the pond that will feed the animals. I see where the animals will be. I can see a hillside clear as day where it was just garbage. It's like a different property. I can't even remember where the trees were that were there, the piles. You couldn't envision it at all. Now I see it. Now I really see what's possible. Originally I'm like, okay, we're just gonna grow feed back there in the field because that's all it will be good for. When you clear your land out and get to look at it, you now understand what you're actually capable of putting out there now. And it makes more sense to make 4 fields out of that 1 field. It makes more sense to bring the lake towards me, to pump out water for gardening, to lower my water bill, and to also have water for the livestock. My imagination and my mind is just going a million miles a minute now, like, oh, wow, look what else I could do. And now I'm excited. Now I'm excited. It's putting me on fire. It really is. I can make paddocks out of here. I can make 4 fields out of the 1. I can grow grain in rest other fields and have livestock back there, all at the same time. And I can rotate them around. They can have shaded area in the heavy wood line back there. I can harvest trees out of there and get lumber out of it, and so much more. I will be able to farm. I will be able to grow these crops. I will be able to have animals on here. And that will bless the community. And we can give to churches and food banks when they do food drives. We're gonna feed Texas now. Central Texas is gonna be getting quality watermelon, tomatoes, and produce. And now we can get cattle in here. And I thought that was so many years away if Crosscut took the time to believe in this mission that I have, that not only will feed my community and give back, but will be inherited from my kids and my grandchildren.